Are you wearing a Catwoman t-shirt? What is that? Are you Batwoman?
That's my Jerry Garcia Wolf sticker shirt. Search for that on TeePublic.
It's a shame he died.
It is. That's for sure.
No, that was sarcasm.
Oh, wow. Don't you sound just like Rush Limbaugh? When Jerry Garcia died, Rush Limbaugh eulogized him by saying, "Oh, another dead hippie."
Yeah, I've said that plenty of times.
What a dirtbag.
Another hippie gone.
Don't be like Rush. That's all I can say. Well,
the person or the group?
You know what I'm talking about.
What, you don't like? Because he's fat? That's why you don't like him?
Listen, we have to introduce what the show is for people who have never seen it before. Do you even remember what it's called?
Nope.
I can't remember the last time Joe, the bearded one you're seeing here, or the other voice, if you're listening, co-host to STCPod, last time he did an intro to this show.
Oh, I'm way too rusty.
I don't need to do anything because I'm the main star. Anyways, my name is Bill. Welcome to the show. This is episode 303 of the Start to Continue podcast, STCPod, where we just sit around for about an hour and bust some chops and talk about what's been happening.
Fart in the wind. Tap your microphone for a sec. Nope.
Oh, good. See, this is why we set things up beforehand. Joe, hold on.
We're a professional.
What's it doing? It's the wrong mic.
No, you're just sounding tinny.
Okay.
Good thing my audiophile ears picked that up, and I actually cared for 2 seconds.
Thank you very much for catching that. Thank you.
There you go.
I had a very important financial meeting today over Microsoft meetings or something like that. And it refused to pick up this microphone. I'd pick other microphones. It's like, nope, you're using the keyboard, stupid microphone. Well, but I got a really good one here. Anyways.
That previous audio did not give audio listeners a visual reference to your appearance.
Well, I apologize. We fixed it now.
Now people can imagine what you look like.
I thank you, Joe, for putting in that effort and fixing things. That was amazing. I remember one show you let me go for about 40 minutes before you said, "Hey, you sound all slow and echoey."
Oh yeah. What was it again? Why? What was causing that?
These mics do that. If they get confused, they'll make everything slow.
Another thank you for making us buy shitty mics. These fucking blue mics.
My buddy Chris Roberts in the chat, he says hi to Joe.
Hey, Chris. He called me bro. Chris is a bro.
Of course, everyone looks for Joe approval in their lives. Let me tell you. Well, so what's been happening? Why did you push back this episode an entire month? This should have happened a long time ago. It's been a month.
Well, last record had to be pushed off because of work. So it would have been under a month. It hasn't been. No, it's been like 3 weeks. But the mentality behind it is leave people wanting more, and then they'll tune in more, as opposed to being bombarded on a weekly basis and being bored out of their minds by listening to certain other podcasts.
Right, but they never got that from our podcast because we constantly deliver the goods.
Yeah, because we were the best.
Did you say were?
I got nothing left to prove.
Oh, I see. Good. Nice. So yeah, Joe had to work, and so it got pushed off until this week. And geez, I nearly got called in today, but my phone like now automatically doesn't even answer if it's work. It seems it's just gotten that smart. I heard it. It went off my pocket. It goes, "You have one voicemail." So I didn't even ring. It just doesn't even ring. If it sees it's from my work, it goes right to voicemail. I didn't set that. That's just how it's doing. It's evolving. It's becoming smart.
No, I never got that call. Not that I would have taken it.
I mean, we're leading into our 3-day weekend where we work 3 days in a row, 12-hour shifts. You add a fourth shift on there, it's a real kick in the pants.
Yeah, I'm off this weekend. Just a heads up.
What? Where'd this come from?
I took the weekend off because it's my daughter's birthday.
So she gets a whole weekend. What is there? Elephants and princesses coming and like a
Not
big
sure.
top?
I just finished. We just finished taping up her bedroom door with happy birthday banners, and then we shoved balloons in between the banners and the door, so when she opens her door up in the morning, she's got a wall of balloons that falls on top of her. So that's what I've been doing for the last half hour. And then she gets a big dinner for tomorrow night because it's her birthday. And then she was actually upset because I thought I'd forgotten to take it off, but I had, of course. But she was always, "Daddy, are you going to be off? Are you not going to be home for my birthday?" You know, the 6-year-old speak, right?
Well, that's the one day of the year she gets to hang out with you.
And then the other day she goes, "Daddy, will you always be home for my birthday?" Oh my God, yes. Yes, sweetheart, I'll always be home for your birthday.
So you have these balloons outside of her door? Is that what you said?
Her door's shut.
Her door's shut.
So then in the hallway, we taped happy birthday banners across her door. Right. And then we tucked balloons in between the banners and the door from the floor to ceiling so that when she opens up her door in the morning, the balloons all fall inward on top of her.
From the outside in the hallway?
Yeah.
She opens her door. The door opens into the room. And
right.
That breaks the banners, and then they all fall.
No, the banners are holding the balloons against the door from the outside.
I need a drawing of this. It's not computing.
She's gonna get balloons dumped on her, basically. Just
wonderful. Did you know that today is my daughter's birthday? Isn't that weird?
Is it?
Yeah.
And she's gonna be what?
10. So I got 2 kids in the double digits now. Yeah.
My son turns 10 November. And Saturday we got to go out. I got to take her out and we're going to buy her a new bike.
Buy her first car.
Or buy her first new bike because all her previous bikes have been hand-me-downs and stuff. But we're going up to a 20-inch, which is slightly bigger than what she can use at the moment, but she's going to grow into it fairly quickly. So we just think there's going to be like one of those with the whole pandemic and nonsense shortage on bicycles or something, probably this spring or something, whatever, right? So we don't want to run into that sort of issue. So we're going to get it now, as opposed to waiting until springtime when it might be a little bit harder to find the right style of bike.
Josh Creep is here as well. Hey, Josh. He's saying he was just at Canadian Tire and they're full of bike stock. I've never bought my kids a new bike.
Well, Josh, that's where we're going, to Canadian Tire on Saturday. We already picked it out. We just got to see if it's still there.
I mean, she's still going to need a new bike within 2 years. She's still going to grow to that bike. I mean, there's so many used bikes around.
This one's oversized. It's not like she can ride this one right away. That's what I think of your criticism.
Not criticism.
It's perfectly logical. She's almost outgrown the bike she currently has.
But you have bikes from her brother that he's grown out of.
Yeah, they're boy bikes.
Oh,
She's a girly girl.
teach these kids not to fall under these fake auspices of gender. Come on.
Was that a complete sentence, or were you just
I
were you
was
throwing out
going for it.
adjectives and verbs or something there?
Whether it made sense or not, I was going for it. I just kept going. I saw pictures in my head and I followed them. Hopefully they worked out.
I don't care what bike she picks or whatever, but I don't know. I don't even know what this looks like. They've already picked it out.
Josh is asking if this episode will be up in time for him to download tomorrow, meaning the audio version. And since I run the entire show, I create all of the streaming, I book everyone, I make this all happen, and then I have to turn around and process it, edit it for audio, publish it to podcast and streaming services, fix thumbnails, fill in details, do all of that on my own.
All person. The duties I did previously for the first.
But you do none of it now. You do
because I did it all for the first 5 years. So
but I still had half of job to do at the same time.
You just did the easy. You took the easy way out and just did the Retro Fandango thumbnail, and that was it.
Which was heavily layered.
And then I had to edit the entire show, get it up, figure out everything.
Will it be up in time?
GarageBand was fucking me with one of those rounded hair brushes up the ass.
Yeah,
bristles all on all the sides.
That's from you doing things the hard way. You're always doing it the hard way. GarageBand. Anyways, I'm not going to make it up in time tomorrow. I'll work on it tomorrow night when I'm working.
Sorry, you got let down there, Josh.
Joke. If Joe wants to pitch in and get up early and get her going, I could see that. But no, the audio won't be.
I gotta get my kids to school. And I gotta do some stuff on my days off.
Yeah. Well, we work overnights. I work overnights. Now, is this new that you're taking it off? Am I in for a surprise with scheduling tomorrow? Or has this been booked a long time?
I think it was booked for a while, so I think you're okay. You're not going to be moved.
Oh, whatever. I don't mind being moved, frankly, where I'm at. Anyways, because what Joe does is way easier.
Only because I'm so good at it.
What was I going to say? Oh, I'll be working overnights. So I'm trying this new thing on my first overnight day. I used to get up normally and then have a nap during the day, like a 2-3 hour nap to prepare for my overnights. Now I'm just trying to sleep in, rocket sleep in all the way, to 11 or noon, as much as I can sleep in as possible, and then just stay up for the rest of the time. So I'm trying that method. It all depends if I can stay asleep in the morning or not.
I don't think you'll have any problem.
I do, because I don't know, I wake up stuffed up all the time, or notifications are going off, cars,
turn your phone off,
snow plows, all that business. So
put in the earbuds.
Yeah, I guess. Well, because that midday nap, it was I was fine. I can go to sleep no problem, but you felt like crap getting up from that midday nap, because no nap, you're passing out you're going into deep sleep.
Yeah, you went too far into REM sleep.
So I'm still after 20 some odd years of working this shift, I'm still trying to figure out that opening shift on overnights.
Are you back on the melatonin?
No, I haven't done a round of that in a while. I think I'm still fine with that. My biggest problem is, for some reason, I'll wake up stuffed up in the morning, and that's what wakes me up. And I'm hooked up to the machine, so that means I'm suffocating.
Well, I'm going back on the machine tonight. I've been off of it for months. So let's see how it is. This
why would you go off it?
Flavor saver, if it interferes with this thing.
Who would go off of it? It's not.
I had to cycle myself off, and now I'm going to cycle
That
back
makes
on.
no
It's
sense.
it's like doing steroids. You can't stay on it all the time.
Holy
It's
mackerel!
not good for your body.
It is. That is. It's. You're using it because it is good for your body. We're talking about CPAP machines.
Steroids are good for you too, but you shouldn't be on them for the entire
Joe
year.
thinks so the CPAP is on and off therapy. That makes no sense. He's joking, guys. I hope he's joking. I can't take all the craziness in the world, and Joe comes up with even more craziness. It's like he should go move down to Texas or something. He can settle in with them.
Oh yeah. The what was it? CNN was doing a piece where store owners were now worried because of what this new bill or whatever the governor passed, where the people don't have to wear masks anymore and all restaurants can be open, right? So they were interviewing like restaurant owners and store owners that now literally are going to be the mask police in terms of enforcing the rules if they want. And they're showing clips of people having fights in stores because they were being asked to leave due to not wearing masks. And it's just a whole shit show down there, man. I don't know. I guess he's a Republican governor. Is that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And the lack of power was because of renewable energy.
And then Biden is I caught the tail end of it. He's having issues now trying to pass this financial relief. Is that what the issue is going on right now? Republicans are fighting it. And they were saying he has to, if this keeps up, he's going to be forced. They're going to force his hand to do something. I don't know what.
I don't know. I've been off work, so I don't turn on the news if I can help it, if I'm off work. I did hear that this was actually the new takeover the Capitol Day or something that was supposed to happen. All the crazies were supposed to come out again.
Yeah, they were worried about that. Did it happen? I guess it didn't happen, right?
I don't know. I was talking to my dad, and he was filling me in on some of the business. Some of the people they interviewed, how they were saying that, like they were talking on camera, saying they want Biden to be hung. And they're talking to Anderson Cooper, and they're like, yeah, and I think you should be hung too for what you do.
Anybody who tells the truth or does anything good should be hung.
They're like, everyone should be hung, and we need change in there. We need Trump back. And I got to look at them and say, what did Trump do for you? I don't tell me what he did for you. What did he do other than allow you to get your crazy out in public? But you know what? Americans, they've had crazy going for years and years. They are the miracle workers of crazy. What other country had like witch hangings in their history? This is just like those witch hanging days, except now everyone has social media to tell everyone about it. Don't you think? It's the same thing.
It's a little frustrating.
Regardless, we got bigger troubles in our own country, right? Stuff that keeps me up at night.
Yeah, like my video on demand service not working properly.
Oh, I could get into that too, but I was talking about Buttergate.
Oh, well, regale us with this because I was unable to find information on it. But I don't use butter anyway, so it doesn't affect me.
What do you use?
Peanut butter.
So if you're having like a steak dinner or something and you grab your roll, you spread peanut butter on it.
No, I don't even really bother with. We mean at home or a restaurant?
Wherever.
No, at home. I just use a straight up bread, man. I don't need butter on it.
Well, regardless.
I'm just saying, if I don't need to use butter, I don't. Like toast in the morning, I use peanut butter because it's extra protein.
Oh, because you're training for the big meet next month.
Got the steroids are on their way from Mexico. Get myself all primed up for when the gyms reopen.
So
Anyway, Buttergate.
Buttergate hit the news big last week because
I didn't hear. You're the only one I've heard mention it, though.
It was big. It was big time. It was big time. People are it was due to the pandemic last year. Everyone started using butter so much in their baking, right? And they were realizing that the butter wasn't behaving like it normally does, specifically at room temperature. It's not getting soft anymore. And so,
okay, hold on. How do you store your butter?
On the cupboard.
On the cupboard?
Yeah.
Or in the cupboard?
On the counter, I should say.
Okay. Yeah, we're this. Well,
you don't have butter.
I don't use butter. Ever since I've been with my wife, they've always stored it in the cupboard.
Sure.
Like they'll take the bar of butter, right, and cut it into whatever. They'll cut 1/6 off of it and put it onto a plate, and the rest goes in the fridge.
Sure.
Whereas as a kid growing up, for me, we always kept the butter in the fridge.
Then you can't spread it.
No, I would never have a problem spreading it.
What do you have?
I don't know.
Metal bread?
We just never had problems with it. I'm just saying I always thought it was weird keeping butter out exposed to microbes and fungus growing on it because it's been exposed to air.
Well, it's true, but some people have those little ceramic lids for their butter dishes.
This is open to everything.
Mine is open as well, but I use it. So anyway,
okay. I was just curious how you stored your butter.
Yeah, I will admit to eating butter, and I rarely use margarine. It's butter. So people are noticing, because when you bake, it has to be at room temperature in order to mix in, with the goods, right? With the mixer. And this butter nowadays is remaining hard. And so people are having issues with it. Finally got reported to like news organizations, finally picked up on it. And this is something that's the Dairy Farmers of Canada have been sneaking in for the past few years, maybe up to 10 years. They've been sneaking palm oil into the butter, and we just haven't noticed it on a wide audience because we haven't used as much butter as we have this past year. Palm oil comes from the oil palm tree. It grows in Africa. That's a whole nother thing. We shouldn't be using palm oil. Palm oil is used in everything from shampoos, conditioners, to butter, ice cream.
So it's not meant to be ingested, you mean?
Yeah. No, it's just used for everything. And because it's so super versatile as an oil. And because of that, it is making deforestation just happen like crazy because they're plowing over rainforests in order to install plantations for this palm oil, because they'll just have these palm oil trees and they only let them grow for as long as they can't let them get too tall, because then it's too hard to harvest. Then they chop them down and replant. Meanwhile, that rainforest that was there is no longer there. So Peter in the chat brings up a good point. Don't they have to include palm oil in the list of ingredients? Not necessarily. And palm oil gets hidden in ingredients by other names, like I can't pronounce the names, like diglycerides or that kind of thing. Could be palm oil. The only way you can be safe and you don't have palm oil is if you have not vegan, but
work for it.
Help me out.
Work for it. I didn't do any studying on
organic. Jesus, organic. You're safe if you get organic butter.
But I thought you said palm oil was safe.
It is safe. However, it is high in saturated fat. It doesn't have trans fats, but high saturated fats, which can cause issues, with us.
Bad for you?
Bad for us, bad for the cows that are being fed the palm oil as a supplement to their diets. Now, why do they do that? The dairy farmers of Canada have this really cherry deal with the government of Canada that their prices are rock steady. They're going to earn this amount of money for their product no matter what. Government of Canada either subsidizes them or whatever, but this is the amount of money you make. It's very generous. This is what you get no matter if you have a bad year, a good year, you're always going to get this amount of money. So what the dairy farmers have to do is try to find ways to create more product or create the same amount of product by spending less amount of money in the deal, right? So if they supplement the diet of the cows with palm oil, it brings the cost of their feed down. So the palm oil, that also gives kind of a false fat rating on the dairy, which is what the butter needs. So the butter seems to be getting this super fatty dairy, but it's really got palm oil in it instead of regular dairy fat. And that's what's making the butter hard. And some say unpleasant to eat and smell as well. So the cows are getting the palm oil, which isn't good for them health-wise. And then we're getting it because we're ingesting it. It's not good for us. And they're killing the forests, the rainforests, by needing all these plantations. So palm oil, bad. Now, the dairy farmers, now that this has come to light, the Dairy Farmers Association of Canada have stressed to the farmers, please stop using palm oil, but we don't know if they're going to. And that's where the story is right now.
I always wondered why the government never just took these major industries over for themselves as opposed to funding the money out to all these, family-run farms. Wouldn't it be just cheaper for them to do it all themselves in terms of a government facility or something where it can all be regulated and just done?
I guess it would just cost too much because governments don't know how to organize very well. So, but they do have this cherry deal with the Dairy Farmers of Canada where
that's why we got the cherry deal.
Yeah. Well, and the government does too. If the prices go, skyrocket high, they're still only paying dairy farmers the set amount. And here in Canada, we spend way extra money on butter than anyone else does. Like a pound of butter here can be as expensive as $7-8. Whereas in the States, you get a pound of butter for probably pennies. I tell you,
2 cents, like everything
pennies.
else American.
But the American butter is garbage compared to our butter. So hopefully people are working on that. That's Buttergate in a nutshell. Palm oil bad, butter good.
Wow. I don't know if we will sleep well tonight after hearing that horror story.
So the butter I get, I've never experienced this yet. It's only, they say, about 30% of the butter out there in Canada are experiencing these, this palm oil phenomenon. I don't think it's the butter I get in my stores. And if it does, then I'm switching to organic. I'll probably spend $12 a pound for butter. But
yeah, we usually buy our butter when it's on sale and then just freeze it.
Do you freeze your butter? Does it come out okay out of the freezer?
I don't know.
Because when butter goes on sale, and it'll be on sale for at the cheapest $3 a pound, and I'll just like load up like this. Oh my God. Because spending $8 a pound is like,
yeah, we just freeze it and take it out as we need it. That's all. Haven't noticed anything. Hasn't killed anyone yet. So
well, it's got a crazy good shelf life in the fridge. Like I keep up to 4 pounds of butter in there, and by the time I get to the fourth one, it's fine. And I used to work in the grocery industry. I used to work in the dairy aisle, and some of that butter never got rotated. When you put out the new butter, you're supposed to rotate the old stuff to the front and then put the new stuff in the back. That's a lot of work. So sometimes I just laid it on top.
I did a little bit of grocery shopping today for dinner tonight. Had to get in there early to avoid any rushes. You notice the stores have been Have you had to do any lining up at stores lately?
Well, our region here north of Toronto is back in a gray zone, which is a lockdown zone. So they shrunk our capacities very small for stores. So
You can't say lockdown though, because that implies everybody's stuck at home and everything's shut down.
Yeah.
It's the wrong. I know it's not your terminology, but it's the wrong mental picture terminology. Because you're in the gray zone, which is a lockdown, but we're in a red zone, which sounds worse than a gray zone. But red zone's got more flexibility than you. Yeah. We're just allowed more capacity into individual stores than you are. That's the only difference between red and gray.
Yes. Because like we were in that real lockdown where stores were closed, and then we came out for 2 weeks, and then they said, sorry, you got to go back in, but we're going to make it easy on you, and we're not closing stores.
Did they say why? What was going on? Was it the new variant going on?
Yeah, we got variants up here. Boy, you want to get those collector version of COVIDs, you come up to my area.
Nice.
Get the variants. So
okay. I don't follow the numbers when I'm not at work, so I don't know what's going on.
We're to believe Joe went grocery shopping. Okay, what else?
I bought supplies for a pizza dinner tonight.
Ooh,
because the kids had to go. Both the kids, I took both of them to get their teeth cleaned right after school, and then my son had to go immediately to get his hair cut right after getting his teeth cleaned.
Why aren't you just cutting his hair?
I don't know. It's a lot of work, man. Did that shit back in the day. That's enough. With the wall trimmers in the garage. With the buddies.
Yeah. No, we don't need to go to those stories. I finally got there in my head, and you bring it up again. Joe would have parties with his buddies and shave each other's heads.
Not parties. We were in college, and we were saving money. So me and two friends would cut our own hair in the garage. You know, you buy the wall clippers.
Oh, hey, Troy, come on over. I got some clippers. God damn it.
But there were also the same clippers that we would trim our ball hair with. So
good. Did they do that too?
No, that was done in the privacy of our own home.
Okay.
But these were clippers that were plugins, right? Like not the ones we're using to trim beard and facial hair, right? So you need that guard on when you're doing around the certain areas, right?
Mm-hmm. So back in the late 70s, you were caring about
this was late 60s.
Yeah. You were
trimming ball hair. Yeah, I wasn't using a razor like I use now.
I was saying you cared about ball hair back then. What?
Yeah, because we're trying to get chicks.
Hey, baby. Here's what I got going for me. No hair down there.
I've said it before. No chick wants to go down and floss her teeth at the same time. Stay on top of that. You never know what can happen whenever.
But chicks also don't want to go down and look at a prepubescent area down there.
No, they're still, you're not getting, there's still hair down there, just not on certain sections. It's just like on the ladies. You don't want hair hiding everything. You just want a little splash of it to know that there's still hair there.
And you got the straight cut lines like you do with your beard down there? You take the ruler?
No, not like, it's not like straight, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know what to do at the bottom here, man. Gotta wait till this part grows down a little bit longer.
Well, we're going to keep going with this.
Yeah, it's my. I told you it's my. What word did I use again?
Midlife crisis.
No, fuck. Because I grew a beard. It's not a midlife crisis.
No, not at all.
It's my COVID protest beard. So I
Okay.
can get back to the gyms.
Gyms are open.
I'm not going when I'm being rushed to have a 1 hour appointed time. I want to be able to stroll in wherever I want and spend as much time as I want. Can't be rushing. That's what the steroids are for. When they arrive, get
I don't
back
wanna
on
hear it.
them. Well, they don't do anything. I've had my kids and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, your temperament is barely.
Because I'm not going to the gym.
So you're going to take steroids and still not go to the gym and still be
it's
raging.
prep work.
Prep work. Okay. You're making pizza. There was a story going here. You got pizza stuff. Does that
I just bought
include
pizza supplies. That's all.
Does that include pre-made dough, or are you going to make your own dough?
No, we do we buy the flatbread
Oh, yeah.
and they just sauce it up. Put on we shear up chicken breast. Put that on. I do olives. I do mushrooms. I do some goat cheese and some purple onions. And the kids do just straight up pepperoni. And then the wife and mother-in-law do their own thing, and that's it. Nice, easy dinner.
Try the pre-made dough and bake it.
It's just I don't want to do any more extra work than I need to.
Putting on a pita bread ain't pizza.
It's flatbread. It's not pita bread.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
No, this is thick.
Yeah, I know it's thick.
Ugh, it stinks.
Hey, thanks, Peter, for popping in. Good to see you.
This you ever find your facial hair gets like a smell?
Dude, your facial hair is not long enough for you to pull out. And then he proves it by whipping his lip up to his nose. There's one thing that sticks to that facial hair, that smell that you won't be able to get out for a while.
PJ?
PJ.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Do I got to say the words?
Well, it
Afraid
took
of
me a while.
We're afraid of offending our 2 female listeners that we have. Out of respect for Mrs. Q Dog, I don't like saying certain words.
Mm-hmm.
I can only imagine what those two say to each other at home, though, man.
Who, the Q dogs?
Yeah. Oh, but should they go crazy?
After listening to this?
No.
Oh, you mean
I
intimately?
mean, privacy, yeah.
I'm not getting into that. That you get us into trouble all the time, bringing other people.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Jesus.
Especially that Eric. Especially he's wild.
Okay. So there's a request. Eric, why don't you record one night in an intimate moment just so we know what's going on? It's no big deal. No big deal.
Yes. And write down the names of the Master System cassettes that you use.
I bet you when you're trying to prolong yourself, so you think about baseball games and grandma, second grade teacher. I bet you Eric just runs through his Master System games, his spreadsheet in his head.
Spreadsheet calculations. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't bother. It's all about me. So the faster I'm done, the faster I can get down and play some video games again.
Did you want to? You were talking about the streaming system that.
Yeah, I was going to say I tried to. We were going to talk about that new Superman and Lois series on TV. Right. So I go, all right. because they've aired the first 2 episodes. I go, all right, I'll pull up. I'll go use my current cable provider's video on demand service, and okay, both episodes are on there. I click on episode 1. Nothing happens. Black screen. It's like it's in a freeze frame mode or something, and nothing is happening.
Mm-hmm.
So you're off. All right, let me try episode 2. See what happens. Episode 2 plays out fine, which is not the first time this has ever happened to me. So I'm like, all right, let's change channels. Let's get out of this. Let's get back into the on demand. Episode 1, nope, nothing. So I was unable to watch. We'll have to talk about it next time, but I'm looking forward to seeing what this new, is it just called Superman and Lois, or is it The Adventures?
I don't know. I was not looking forward to it, but I saw it was on one night, and I caught 15 minutes or something of it had played, and I started off there, and I kept watching it to see what the deal was. And it's I like the concept. We're not suffering through an origin story again, or it's not like Smallville where you're never going to see Superman do anything super.
Let me say that all I know is that it's like you said, it's not the same old original rehash of the origin. Superman, Clark Kent, is married and has 2 kids.
Yes.
And they know that he is Superman.
Oh, that's a spoiler.
No, that's on the promos that they're showing on TV.
They wouldn't have. Happens in the first episode.
They showed it on TV. They've been showing it in the promos before it even started. Him lifting a car or something in front of 2 boys.
Oh, I didn't see that promo. It was a surprise to me. That was the whole hook of the first episode, is I'm not going to tell the boys until they're ready or whatever.
Yeah. So anyway, it's an interesting premise in terms of, like you said, he's not hiding it from everybody. It's him struggling to be a superhero / family man while retaining some semblance of normalcy in his life, right? It'll be interesting to see who the bad guys are going to be, though.
Yeah,
I won't say anything, but I saw a clip of one bad guy anyway.
I think that's who he has in the first episode.
One villain.
Very unremarkable and annoying. I don't know. I think you're gonna not be happy with these kids at all.
Oh, I never am. I can't stand kids.
Like it's gonna be worse than ever. One is like an emo kid, and the other one's like a jock kid.
What does that mean again, emo?
It's like very dark and withdrawn, and wants to be on his own. Dark hair.
Oh, okay.
And of course, as you said, he reveals to his kids, and the kids aren't like, oh my God, that's awesome. This is going to be the best thing ever. They're like, oh, I hate you. Emo kid goes crazy. And then there's a love it, yes, you've been lying this whole time. Like they don't ever actually see how, obviously I can't just tell everyone it was a bit troubling, that first episode. Maybe they'll pull it together, but the kids are super annoying. They have a girl that maybe they're fighting over too, and then maybe they'll pull it together. Maybe they'll pull it together.
Is the girl hot?
What?
Would I find her hot?
Yes, you would.
Speaking of hot, when I was at the dentist, and my son was in there, so I'm in the lobby waiting, or the waiting room with my daughter. This incredibly hot woman, I don't know, I can't tell ages anymore, came in.
That means Sorry.
ridiculous. Like but she wasn't wearing a winter coat, which is really weird. Meanwhile, I'm sitting in there with a t-shirt. I got a sweater on and my winter jacket on. She walks in from outside with, she's got the jeans on, torn in the knees, torn in the upper thighs, belly button ring. And I can see that because she's got her shirt's cut off above the belly button. Wearing this sort of plaid t-shirt, long blonde hair like I like, and she's got the face mask on, right? Which I'm finding everybody's looking hot with the face mask nowadays. I don't know what it is. Well, not everybody, but the hot people are looking hot. Anyway, I don't know, man. I'm there with my daughter, and then I look up, and this very attractive person walks in, and I just couldn't stop staring while I was looking at my phone at the same time, trying not to be too obvious with my 6-year-old daughter beside me.
Talk about face masks. I was in the grocery store waiting in line, and I could see this gentleman was walking by me and to get behind me in line, and I could tell what type of person this was. Talking loud so everyone can hear him. Chin mask, chin mask. I can see him look at my mask and look me over as he's walking by, like judgmental. And then he starts talking to his wife as loud as so everyone can hear. It's like, I don't get. Everyone wants to wear a mask, and yet they're afraid of the virus. Well, if they got a mask, I thought they can't get the virus anymore. It just goes to show how this is all such a joke. Like, wow, your science is right. If I was smart, I would have, got my phone, start recording, and turn to him and say, yeah, that is brilliant. Can you explain more for me? Just let him go off so we can have a recording of this guy. And then, Fauci says we got to wear 7-8 masks at once now. And the wife's like, oh, you can't do that. You'll suffocate. Oh, they just want to soak all the money out of you. I'm like, what?
Winner.
And chin mask the whole time. Goes up to cash, still with the chin. It's like,
I was out at the stores today, and one of my local haunts, there's I don't know. He's the maintenance guy who cleans up the garbage in the parking lot. I'm walking by him, and I've never talked to this guy. He goes, oh, you see you're wearing your mosquito mask. And he's not wearing anything, of course, right? So I'm like, I didn't even comment. I just kept on walking. I had my earbuds in too, but I could hear him clearly. You're right, man. I don't know what some of these people are thinking. Unfortunately, these are the ones that never seem to catch it.
Yeah, true.
I just catch it and die, so I don't have to bother with you anymore, man. Have you been seeing another thing that's been making me want to smash people in the head with a pipe? You've been seeing the shorts people have been coming out lately?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I've not seen that yet.
The February is AKA springtime shorts people out.
Yeah, but you're only seeing this at one of your haunts.
No, I'm seeing this. This is at the grocery store. I've seen the shorts people.
Jesus.
And my inner self is coming out and wants me to bash them in the head with a pipe. You fucking dummies. I don't know what they're trying to prove. I think it's the same with the people who don't want to wear masks. Attention grabbers. Look at me. I'm wearing shorts in February. And sometimes sandals too.
Mm-hmm.
Which I have seen.
Well, you don't have snow there, so there's that.
It's still. It was only 3 degrees today.
If you had sandals on here, your feet would be covered not just in snow and salt and sand.
No, okay, I'll admit we just got cold. We don't have the snow on the ground, but it's still 3 degrees.
Oh, so about that thing where you tried to play back to Superman, I've kind of seen that. Was it the free on-demand service where they insert commercials? Is it that service? Or is it the main service where it's commercial free? Because I've seen it where it's that free on-demand service and the thing gets hung up trying to queue up a commercial and it just won't buffer a commercial and you're sitting there.
Yeah, but there was no commercial when I played episode 2.
So anyways,
so I don't want to, I'm trying not to be too, I don't know if it was a free one or not.
That could have been it. Anyways, so I'm saying. But I was having issues with one of my streaming services, which is the Amazon Prime Video. I watched that downstairs here in my basement, which is hooked up to the whole surround system. And the main device serving all of that sound system is the Xbox One. That's where you get all your streaming services. You can watch 4K movies out of it. That Xbox One does all the business down here. And a couple of weeks ago or something, I noticed that on Prime Video, none of the features show up as 4K anymore or show up with Atmos sound, which is super frustrating when you invest a little bit of money into how you like things and suddenly your system doesn't deliver what it's supposed to. On the same device, the Xbox One, Disney is still delivering the 4K and Netflix is still delivering the 4K. So it's not, in my mind, the device. The device is working. The Amazon service somehow changed. So I'm on the phone with them probably 2 or 3 times throughout the week trying, and you go through the whole rigmarole. Like I have a clipboard to go over with each new customer service. Yes, I reset the device. Yes, I reinstalled the app. Yes, I rebooted the modem. Yes, you just go through all the stupid stuff with every new service agent. Finally, someone must have got so annoyed with me, they bumped me up to a supervisor or something. And the supervisor just closed me out and said, we can't move any further with you diagnosing this until you can prove that it's not Microsoft doing this. I'm like, it's not Microsoft. Yeah, all the other services work. She said, we can't move any further until they say they haven't changed the app. I'm like, well, so you need me to get on the phone with Microsoft and get them to admit that they haven't touched the app. Okay, I'll do that. Now, trying to find a phone number for Microsoft is not easy. You go to their help pages and they have a super helpful wizard, right? Where you go through all the little check boxes of what your issues are. And when you get down to it, it'll say, your issue does not require a phone call. Please look through the forums. You go, oh, you prick
Yeah, but
bastard.
would you have been the only one filing a complaint about this, or is it just because of how you were listening to it?
Well, it's not me. It's not me. And
no, that's not what I'm saying. I mean, you were listening to it because you wanted to watch and listen through 4K, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you would think they would have had other complaints from people.
Yes. And I was not finding any online. I wasn't finding any help in the forums or on Reddit or anything like that. And the Amazon, they just didn't seem to know anything. They would just give me, the one guy said, oh yeah, we'll fix it. We'll send you an email when it's fixed. And then later on that week, they send me an email. Okay, you're good to go. And you go check it and nothing's been done. Anyways, what they needed from me was to call Microsoft and get that one fact. So again, you're going through the whole so you got to make up the most giant error so you can actually get the phone number, because they won't give you the phone number for just streaming issues or for downloading issues. It's got to be something major. Finally, I get to the right thing, get the phone number, and by the Christ, they answered right away. I didn't even have to wait on hold. And we come to find out indeed, Microsoft did push an update to the Xbox One, which invalidated Prime's ability to stream in 4K. So like, well, what? You guys did do that? Yeah, our guys are working on it though, and there will be an update soon that will fix the issue. How about you don't go back to the other up? Like, why would you do that update if it invalidates a service? Well, who knows? But rest assured, our guys are working on it. There will be an update soon that will fix the problem. Still no update to fix the problem. And why push out an update that does that? And I'm paying money for the Amazon service and I can't use it to its full potential because Microsoft is blocking it somehow. Super frustrating. Beyond frustrating. So I got to wait.
If Microsoft hadn't done anything to the app, then you would have been able to go back. And what would Amazon have done for you?
Oh, well, when Amazon, before I got to that supervisor, they were like, I'm not sure what we can do. And I'm like, well, you're not giving me the full service. So how about you send me out a Fire Stick so I can patch around the whole Xbox and just stream from the Fire Stick? And they're like, well, we'll give you how about we'll give you 25% off if you buy a Fire Stick and then call us back and we'll refund you 25%. And in my mind, I'm already paying for Amazon. Now you want me to pay. Fire Sticks are $100. So now you want me to pay another $75 just to use your service, which was fine before. So I said no. And then we got off the phone and they sent me an email right away. Hey, can you call us back? We really want to help you with your problem. So I called them back. Said, hey, had to go through the whole thing again, reset the modem, and I said, okay, yeah, that offer still stands. You want the 25% off? I appreciate it, but no, it's just me throwing more money at it. You want me to use your service that I'm paying for? Just send me a Fire Stick straight up and I'll patch around the system. That's when the supervisor came on and it got up to 50% off a Fire Stick when we still thought it could have been an Amazon issue. And I still said no to it. Maybe I should have said yes. And that's when she finally cut off the conversation and said, look, you got to make sure it's not a Microsoft issue. So now we know it's a Microsoft issue. So I don't know if they'd still honor the 50% off.
So you're still waiting on it.
Got to wait for an Xbox update that will bring things back to the way it was because we had to change things.
Is that the only way you can watch your Amazon though is through Xbox?
Down here?
Unless you have the Fire Stick, right?
Yeah. Well, an idea popped in my brain today. Can I open the Prime app on my phone and stream that to the amplifier, which has Chromecast built in? But in my experience, that Chromecast and the amp is only for audio. But will it do video? Or can you stream it to the Xbox and then from the Xbox out? I don't know. And will that strip the Atmos anyways? I'm not sure. If anyone knows, leave us a comment. Leave us a voicemail.
Totally a real headache.
And again, everything's still great. You can still watch 1080p and 5.1 sound is still great, of course. But I mean, when you invested a little bit of dough to see it at its top stream, you kind of want it. And they have some good movies out now. They have the Mission Impossible movies are on there. Coming to America is coming out this week, I think. What's today? It's coming out tomorrow, I think. Coming to America.
Speaking of coming out, that Snyder Cut, isn't that out now or out sometime this month? You know, Batman versus Superman, whatever it is.
I don't know when that's coming out. Shortly. What service? Oh, that's an HBO Max thing, right? So that will appear somewhere for us way later.
That should be on Crave.
That's what I mean. But it usually takes we get an extra couple months tacked on to
So
it
if
or
you pay for
something.
HBO, do you get HBO Max?
No, not here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What, HBO Max is American, you mean?
Yes, HBO streaming in the States has a couple different tiers, and like Max is
Oh,
one of them.
okay. So we got to wait.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm
But
still interested in seeing it, though.
speaking of Disney Plus, they did open up that whole new level of content. Have you seen that? The Disney Plus with the new
You get it if
mature.
you get Disney?
Yeah, you get it if you get Disney. All the mature
No,
titles.
I haven't noticed. Like what?
Oh my God.
Dirty stuff?
Yeah, way dirty. No, I mean, well, they, for instance, Deadpool is on there now on a Disney service, but it opened up just so much content. I was going through the list and writing down what I'm going to watch next. There was so much stuff, and so much of it is in 4K, like classic movies like Predator and Alien. That's in 4K. You get to see it now. Commando
Disney
in
owns all that stuff?
4K. Well, whatever the side deal is for them to get that content.
We had my son tried to open it up, Disney Plus up one day, and he was confused because it kept coming up with Star.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I
it
haven't
will
looked into it though.
it will make you set up a new password or something to validate your age, because they're super concerned about kids getting on that tier. And then you have to validate which profiles get that tier. So if your kids have their own profiles, you can not allow them.
No, we
to
just
get
got
the
one
stars tier.
profile for Disney.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah. Give your kids profiles.
No, I'll just tell them not to click on it. They know better than to click on it if I say so.
I mean, I don't like kids on my profiles on any of these, because then their crap is at the top of the page, right? Continue watching Paw Patrol. No, it should
Yeah,
be
I've seen
my
all the
stuff there.
episodes.
So give them their own profiles, and you don't have to worry about that.
That's good.
However,
Mm.
so all of this stuff opened up on Disney. What do you think my very first pick was to watch on the new Disney Stars platform?
The oldest movie you could find on there.
That was my second. The first one, and I was so surprised to see this on there. They have the entire run of MASH on there, and it's in HD. It looks like crazy. It looks brand new. It's in widescreen.
That was on ABC, wasn't it? MASH? Can't remember that far back.
I don't know, but it's on there now, and it looks amazing. Like I said, it's widescreen, so they must have chopped the frame to get it widescreen. So everything is really close.
I got the MASH movie on
good.
Laserdisc.
I opened it up with the very first episode. It was good. And then the second thing I watched was Patton. It's in 4K. Patton in 4K. George C. Scott. It was great.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I started watching Bridge on the River Kwai.
Yeah.
On my PVR. My wife still gets pissed off. Why are you PVRing everything? It's on demand. Because I don't want to waste my time searching for something. If I see it on the movie channels, that's when I'm interested in watching it. I don't arbitrarily pull an old movie out of my head and decide then that, hey, I should watch this now. I like being recommended things.
Again, well, I'll recommend to you Letterboxd, that app that keeps track of your movies, because you can create a watch list on there of what you want to watch in the future.
No.
So you have an idea, just throw it in the watch list, and then what was I going to watch? Go check out your list. There it is.
No.
Because what is the PVR recording quality-wise? Maybe you get a better version from the screen.
Okay. Okay.
I'm on satellite, so the PVR recording is way worse than what it would be if I pulled the stream down.
I don't know. I'm on fiber, but I don't know what it is. It doesn't matter. It looks good on TV. That's all.
Well, we know You catch the first 10 minutes.
Catch all of it.
The first 10 minutes were great.
I tune out just like I tune out if I'm talking to someone and they're boring me to death. And on that note, I'm also on where am I up to now? Season 2, episode 12 or 15 of Clone Wars.
Hey, I might have caught up with you. They
I'm
had
almost done season 2.
They had one episode where they were looking through this dark warehouse type area. Everything was dark and just flashlights, and R2D2 was using a scanner to see movement.
Oh, with the assassin droids?
Yeah, it was shot for shot aliens, don't you think?
It was pretty good. Well, no, but
yes,
that's not
the way he attacked the guy from above.
Yeah,
it was
one
exactly
part where he got impaled from behind.
Yeah,
by
that's aliens,
a spike through the chest, which they showed on TV.
Right.
Yes, it had hints of aliens. It wasn't shot for shot, but
I bet you someone did a side by side of that.
Somebody out there who's got no life and nothing better to do, see if it's shot for shot and report back to us.
And then that assassin droid walked out a clone trooper like a puppet, a dead clone trooper like a puppet. It's like, oh my God. Like you said last episode, this shit's getting dark, man. Anakin puts his lightsaber through the chest of a guy from behind. Like,
what was it? There's an episode where they played the Darth Vader music.
Yeah.
You know, dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
And it was Anakin. I don't know if it was that lightsaber scene or there was an episode where he had to interrogate.
Yes, the interrogation.
The, flying mosquito guys.
Right. That was it.
And he actually started. Yeah. I'm like, meanwhile, C-3PO's in there. Doop, 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 doop. He's like, C-3PO, get your dumb ass out of here. I got to do some work. C-3PO is so useless. I'm glad we don't have to deal with much of him. The few episodes he appears are the same, or like
he only appears with Padme.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was in a couple ones with Jar Jar.
Yeah.
My kids are on. Geez, they're either on season 6 or the final season. They've plowed right through it.
Jesus. Yeah.
So then I told them, hey guys, there's after Clone Wars, there's what is it? Rebel Assault? What is it?
Well, Star Wars Rebels.
Right, Rebels, and then they're doing Bad Brothers.
The Bad Bros, yeah.
Bad Bros.
Bad
is that
Bros.
What it's called? No, I honestly forget what you called it.
It was Bad Bros Moving and Rust Proofing. The Bad Batch.
Bad Batch, yes.
So I think that happens right after Clone Wars, but I'm not 100% sure because I don't even know how Clone Wars ends yet. But I think it's like the Rex Squad and how they...
So you don't watch Rogue War after that?
Rebels?
Rebels?
Gee, don't follow me because I watch Rebels before Clone Wars. I'm completely...
but they would have released Rebels after... Clone Wars was the first one.
Yes.
So Rebels came out after Clone Wars and then now the Bad Batch.
Yeah, but chronologically, Rebels is like 10 years after Clone Wars. 15 years, something like that. And then Bad Batch, I think, is directly after Clone Wars. But I don't even know what happened at the end of Clone Wars. I don't even know the timeline. If that makes any sense. Okay. Well, before you shut the door on us, I do want to mention there is a podcast out there that is not getting enough attention. And that's the Not So Special podcast with my buddy, Josh Creep, and my other buddy, Derek, from Dollar Dorks fame. They have another podcast called Not So Special Podcast. And it does have a YouTube version of it, which no one is going to, and it's so nice to watch or listen to a podcast on YouTube because you can set it up and listen to it while you're doing your work. So I appreciate podcasts that are on YouTube, even though there's no video component. So check that out. Subscribe to their YouTube channel and check out their podcast. You'd love it. Each episode is only about 5-6 hours long.
Hello.
Yeah.
Is this thing on?
That's where Joe says, I thought it was an excellent podcast. You're right.
It is an excellent podcast. Check it out, dummies.
Check them out. Don't forget to subscribe to this podcast. We're on Anchor now. And if you go to our Anchor website, STCPod on Anchor, you can leave us a voicemail, apparently.
Oh, I'd love to hear someone else's voice.
Yeah. I don't know how.
Female.
Oh, well, there you go. There's your challenge. Get a female voice on an Anchor voicemail for us to play out and let us know how we're doing here. You can follow us on Twitter. I'm at STCPod on Twitter, and Joe is at AC Decepticon. And
I'd love
Joe,
to get the female listeners' take on this facial flavor saver that I have and what I should do with it. My wife hates it, so I'm keeping it.
they would say it's too dark.
I told you, there's gray in there. You can't see. Look at that. There, zooming in. Look at this.
Dude,
Gray all over this mother.
your microphone has black all over it now.
Yeah, okay.
Follow Joe's YouTube channel at
the name's right there in front of me.
Oh, sorry, Video Games and Collectibles.
Yes.
And of course, subscribe to
please
this.
Subscribe, because I love getting one subscriber a day.
Dude, how can you not be happy with that?
Channels are getting fucking 50.
Who cares? One person finding you every day is enough to be happy about, I would think.
Nah,
Holy
I'm not satisfied with anything in my life.
Oh, finally, I was also gonna mention M's YouTube channel, which is off the charts successful. Transformers in video games. He just passed 6,000 subscribers. So congrats to M over there. One day,
the last minute.
One day he'll mention my YouTube channel, and maybe I'll get some.
Why would he waste his time on that?
Exactly. True. Who else can we shout out as we get to our end here?
I gotta go, man. I'm exhausted.
You're not exhausted. We did 1 hour a month. 1 hour a month. Anyways, thanks, Em, for coming by. Sorry you missed most of the show, but it is on Start to Continue YouTube. Check that out. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and follow us on Twitter. Let us know what's happening. And Instagram. Right, Joe? What's Joe's Instagram?
I have no idea anymore.
Should be AC Decepticon.
All right, I gotta go. Come on.
Well, you know how to close the show.
Sorry, ladies. I gotta leave.
Sign it off.
All right, post it.